What's up, everybody? How's it going, Ken? Geez, I'm a mess. I am setting up a little bit. Ken, just give me just a second here. I guess it'll help if I unmute it. How you doing, Ken? I was looking at some campers online and lost track of time. Wasn't expecting anybody right off because nobody joined last night, and until I waited about 20 minutes or so, and then nobody came on, so I shut it down. Then Recon showed up, I guess, and Jennifer about 10 minutes after that, but I'd already shut down. Great, you should be. Well, there's Recon. How you doing, buddy? Sorry you missed me last night, but I could only talk for 20 minutes. I just couldn't talk anymore, and I just finally said the heck with it. I figured everybody was just busy. I have a feeling as soon as I shut it down, you'd show up too. But when you're sitting here by yourself talking, it's really tough to just keep a conversation going by yourself without repeating yourself from previous lives, you know? You can only talk about the weather so many times. So how's everybody doing tonight? About a 5-second lag. You're cooking? Well, obviously you didn't stop at Taco Bell then. In fact, even Jennifer said she came on about 30 minutes after, so about 11 o'clock, I guess she came on, but I was already shut down. But since time was getting short, I decided to shut it down, and then I went get back online looking for campers and stuff, looking at apartments and whatever. They're all too far away and too much money. But I had a really rough night last night. I was up most of the night. Stressed probably, but having some breathing issues. Oxygen level went way down last night. I was getting pretty worried. Yeah, hopefully I'm okay. I'm trying to stay calm, settle down. I got about 2 hours sleep last night in a chair. I couldn't even lay down. I'm sure a lot of this stress is not helping any. Yeah, I got some coffee. It's actually probably getting cold. I've been sipping on it for a while. I haven't had much coffee today, actually. I did take my wife out for breakfast this morning just to get out of the house because the clients were at the workshop, so we had a little bit of time. So I took her out, and I had to go do some grocery shopping anyway for here, so she went with me. Stopped at the dollar store and picked up some packaging tape and stuff like that to start boxing stuff up. Hmm. It's strange. I didn't see a commercial on my phone one. Well, I haven't found any places to rent, but I'm working on a camper at the moment. And it looks like I probably have found one. I've been negotiating with the guy. I'm gonna go look at it in the morning. So 2004 Holiday Rambler Vesta. Supposed to be an expensive one in its day. But I looked at one yesterday too, and the pictures damn sure lied. And the guy kind of fibbed. He didn't really know much about it. It was given to him, and he was just looking to make some money off some sucker. And I wasn't that sucker. You had a lot of leaks in it and everything else. You could see around the slide out. You could see daylight all the way around the slide out. Bad spots on the floor all over the place. In fact, it leaked so bad that the main bedroom with the queen size mattress, the mattress was drenched in water, and he wanted like $3,500 for the thing. I told him I wouldn't give you $35 for this damn thing. Tires were all dry rotted on it. Didn't know if anything even worked in it at all. It had one slide out. I've already got one. My wife insisted on having a air fryer, I don't know, a year or two ago, so I bought her one for Christmas or her birthday, one or the other. So, yeah, we've got one of them already. They work well. She likes it to cook, you know, fried shrimp in and french fries and whatever. She's cooked a number of things in them. I think we paid a little bit more than that for it, though. It's a lot bigger one because she used it for the clients here too, so she got one of the really big ones. Well, that's nice, Ken. They make them in ovens now, huh? I didn't know they're doing that yet. Doesn't surprise me, but I hadn't seen one. Yeah, I think ours was around that $150, something like that. She had been wanting one for quite a while to get away from using all the grease and everything on french fries and stuff, and So we got one. And we actually do have a countertop oven too that we bought years ago because the group home oven stopped working and the boss wouldn't get it replaced, so we ended up just buying our own little oven. And it works good too. My wife's favorite thing is cooking those pork loins, those long tube pork loins in them. She likes to cook those in there, and chicken, barbecue chicken, whatever. Does a nice job. Or like fish. Well, I don't have a rice cooker. We bought one from my parents for Christmas years ago, and my wife likes rice. I don't. I don't like rice. Never have. Never will. I'm not even really that crazy about chicken unless it's fried chicken. But she likes chicken and rice. I think we got ours from Walmart. It's pretty big. And in fact, it might have even been Sam's that we got it. I'm not sure because we do have a Sam's card, so I might have got it at Sam's or Walmart. Or maybe Target. Could have got it on Amazon. Hell, I don't remember. Been too long. Crap. You have to excuse the yawning because 2 hours sleep last night wasn't that much, and although I did catch about an hour nap earlier, but that's still not enough. Honey bell fruit. I'm not sure what that is. It sounds like kumquats. Well, the camper I'm looking at, of course, it's got a regular stove in there, gas stove, oven, microwave. Although the microwave was replaced with a lot smaller one, it's probably going to get taken out and put in a yard sale or something and get a bigger microwave. My wife does use a microwave pretty regularly. And I mean, she's got all kinds of appliances anyway. We got plenty of appliances. Like I said, the countertop oven and the air fryer and all that stuff. A pizza cooker. Yeah, kumquats. They're little round yellowish orange fruits, about the size of a golf ball. They're kind of sweet. They're real sweet. I used to have a tree out back loaded with them. In fact, some of the friends that we knew the older people, they love them. In fact, we picked a couple of big baskets for them, and they actually would pre-cook them and throw them in the freezer. Nasty sounding fruit name, ain't it? Kumquats. I didn't even want to eat anything that had that the beginning of that name. There may be another name for them, but that's what they call them here in Florida. Of course, there are orange trees around here and there, and grapefruit trees. You know, they're not plentiful right here in this area, but there are some peach trees, plum trees, and we're like in one of the watermelon capitals of the world in this area. Well, that's what they're called in Florida, kumquats. I have no idea why. That's just what I've always been told, and that's what everybody's always called them. So anyway, the camper, I've seen some pretty good pictures of it. There's one it actually has 3 slide outs. That's what impressed me because I'm a bit claustrophobic, and having 3 slide outs was awesome. And that gives you some breathing room. And but said one of the slide outs doesn't go all the way in. It's just not working. The other 2 work fine. But I looked it up, and there actually is a manual crank them. You can just crank them in and out manually if you want to. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's not a problem. The tires weren't that great, but the guy agreed. He's replacing the tires. He found out as a younger guy, his grandfather who gave him the camper said he had another set for that thing, the camper. So he's actually going to change them for me and put some decent enough tires on it to pull it. And one of the AC units don't work. It's got 2 on it. Nah, not that big of a deal. It's not a deal breaker really, but as long as it don't leak, that's fine. The one up in the bedroom does work, and that's got heat and air. And I think it's a duct system, so it would still be working throughout anyway. So I'm probably gonna just get a window unit, AC and heat, both combination. They're a little bit more expensive, but probably a bit more, like $100 more when you get the heat. It doesn't have to be that big to cover the BTUs for the cubic feet. So it will be worth it to not just get a AC unit, but to get the heat unit built into it with a heat pump and just put it in a window, centrally located, and that'll end that problem. I don't like the idea of using electric heaters in a camper or house or anything. I don't. Too many people burn their freaking houses down with them things, and I have a couple, but I use them usually out in the studio or something where I'm sitting right there and I'm watching them. I never leave them running. So um, that's better than buying a roof unit again, having to get up there and yank that thing off. I've done it before, and they are pretty expensive for a good one. And they're way more than what I could buy a window unit for. Then you gotta reseal the whole dang thing. Well, I usually always use a surge protector, but still a heater can knock over and still catch fire. Most of them shut off, but sometimes they don't shut off quite fast enough, you know? Accidents happen. But I don't wanna use a space heater anyway, I don't really care for them that much. I'd rather have something that's more way better economically anyway. You know, the newer AC units with the heat, they're way more economical to run than a bunch of space heaters. Then you still gotta get a AC unit anyway, so you might as well just bite the bullet and get an AC heat unit and be done with it. There's Velvet. I was beginning to wonder if she was gonna show up. How you doing, Velvet? You're late. That's a $5 fine. Oh wait, you already got lots of $5 fines. Last night I shut down early, Velvet, and then I found then after about 20 minutes, the recon I evidently came on right when I shut down or right afterwards, and he left me a message. And then Jenny said that she came on a half an hour after I started, and I was already shut down. You should have told her to get her butt online. If she can talk to you on the phone, she can dang sure get online. Oh, I am looking at it. I've already got an appointment to look at tomorrow, and I'm bringing the money with me um, for the deposit for it. He already knows that, so I'm sure he's not going to sell it. I mean, I was the first one that responded to him, and he's been pretty much ignoring everybody else's messages. So um, I don't see the problem with that. Seems to be a nice guy. That wimp. Good gosh. Going to bed. I never seen somebody her age get so worn out taking care of one little baby. God, her mother, my wife, raised 4 kids, and they were all pretty close in age when they were babies. And she didn't get tired like that, like Jenny does. Good gosh. She's not feeling well, I take it, since she took NyQuil. Oh, I already know. He's been very honest with me about what it does need. He hasn't held back anything at all. He's everything he thinks of, he tells me. He and his wife lived in it, and they had a child, 1 or 2 kids. And they were actually living in it, so I'm sure he maintained it until they got another place, and they lived in it for quite a while. So he did maintain it. Um, in fact, a lot of the stuff's still in there. The kids' stuff is still in there, stuff he's gotta clean it out. Um, and I'm not gonna bring the full amount anyway. And he actually dropped it $500 to $3,000. So, hey, can't go wrong with that, you know? And I'm only gonna bring him, like, a little over half of it as a deposit. I'll get a receipt for it, and after he gets the tires put on it and everything else, then he'll get the rest of it. Yeah, she can re-listen to the live, yeah. Aha! She joined anyway. Hello, Jennifer. Are you totally using a rat her out? My. Hey, y'all, I got to at least remind you guys there is a super chat. We can get them stickers still. Hint, hint, hint. Nobody's bought one in a while. Oh, now you're on the list now, Velvet. You both got it now. Uh-oh. Now you're going to get it from Recon, Jennifer. Yeah, I told you. See how she is, Recon? Yeah. Well, yeah, it won't be long, that's for sure. Although she actually called and asked Francis if we'd stay until like the 7th, the first week after the first week of May. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. She's banned. Do you all hear me coughing, or is my mute button actually working? There's Trinity. Man, she's fast. I texted her and said, jump on live stream. Man, she was here within 10 seconds. Now that's somebody that's being faithful right there. There's Caitlin too. Wow. All right. Hi, Caitlin. How are you? Nice. You always forget the time? I guess I just have to remind you of it all the time then, I guess. I'd really like to get Sierra to come on. I guess she just won't come on. I'd like to get her to come on. When she was here that day, she had no problem talking to everybody, even getting on camera. And before I forget, Velvet, you need to give Francis your phone number. We never even got it in our phone because I was going to text you a couple times and realize, hey, we don't have your phone number. So next time you come, leave your phone number. In fact, you might as well give me Timmy's too, Velvet. We don't have her phone number. I got your number, Trinity. I'm talking about Velvet. Velvet, we never got her phone number. Well, I got your number, honey, Trinity. We gonna keep track of you, my dear. You miss me already? Thank you, Jennifer. You can send her ours too if you want, so she can add us to it. Yeah, we miss you too, sweetie. Okay, Recon, no problem. I'd put it in here, but then all the world will see it. I don't care about anybody in here having my number. I just don't want the rest of the country to know, or the rest of the world. Okay. So one's Timmy's and one's Velvet. The first one's Velvet and then Timmy's. Yes, it is. In fact, it's on the description too. It should be on the description right here. And I'll just post it here. There's my email right there. They'll come up in a second. I figured it was. Well, we got 8 people. Well, not really, but it says 8 people. Seven, actually. The 8th one is Nana, and she's not even on here. I just got logged in. Trinity, Caitlin, I imagine Jennifer probably already told Caitlin, but looks like we may have found a camper I'm going to look at tomorrow. Got 3 of the big pullouts on it. Pretty good size. Hopefully it'll be like I expect it to be, functional. Yeah. I'll get yours when you get mine from me, Recon. I'll just when you send me yours, I'll text you and whatever, and then you can get it from that text. Well, now you're gonna get all kinds of scam mail, Caitlin. Woo! There'll be people writing you from India, offering to split $10 million with you if you just help them funnel the money out there or something. I think though what you can do is after the live is over, you can go back onto the channel, on the channel into this video, and down the comments, and I think you can actually delete that comment. There you go. Who told you you got a camper for sale, Ken? I guess you forgot to put somebody's name down. I'd like to know where Lucky 7 is. I can't believe he hasn't come back around. It's been quite a while now. I thought he liked us. Are you watching Lucky 7? Maybe you're watching just the lives. We're all wondering where you are if you're watching. I haven't done it yet. I've been swearing I'm going to do it. I might try it during the day sometime, but I know I can do a live stream on my phone without my computer. I'm going to have to try it one of these days. Oh, your dad? What does he have, Ken? Well, you live too far away anyway. Good God. You're like long distance from me. It'll be just my luck, Ken, that it'll be really nice and affordable. And it'll be too far away for me to get. The one I'm getting is a fifth wheeler, which makes it a bit difficult because I've got to get somebody to move it for me. But once it's moved, it's not going anywhere anyway for a while. If I ever got a pickup truck, I can get one of those adapter you can get to adapt to a fifth wheel, but they're a bit pricey. Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, it's still a little ways away. How big is it? Do you know? Have you seen it, Ken? Yeah, it's still a bit far away with Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, Richmond especially, yeah. But if it was super nice and super cheap, I'd consider it because I'd have to get somebody to go up there to pull it. And it would depend on if it's a fifth wheel or a regular hitch. You haven't seen it, huh? I've seen some pretty nice ones online, and a lot of people I noticed a lot of people they bought them and they use them for a little while, a year or two or so. Some of them a few years or whatever, and they're all of a sudden ready to sell them. But they're a pretty large investment. When people buy these new ones, some of them are really expensive, super expensive. Caitlin, by the way, I gave Jennifer that picture you wanted of you and Ezra. I printed it out, the black and white one. Actually, I sent her two of them. It's the one you asked me for a long time ago. I had it here all this time. You've been here a number of times, and I forgot about it. Oh, you gave it to her? Okay. He's going to retire, huh, Ken? I would think that where he's retiring, he'd want to use the camper to go do some camping, travel a little bit. I think Nina's going to be latching on to you before long, Caitlin, when you get some time off sometime and help her do some packing and pulling stuff out of that shed, most likely. You know? Really? Wow. Well, I guess BMW is okay. I've never really been impressed with BMW. That's one of the cars I never really wanted. They're expensive, but I never really wanted one. She probably don't have an actual channel. She probably just has a membership. I guess you can. Yeah, you should be able to sub her. Yeah, she has to turn on public, most likely. Or she'd have to send you an invite or something for it. You actually do have a YouTube, Jennifer. You just don't realize it. You have to go into the settings and set it for public. Ken's father has 2 BMWs. Not one, but 2. So I guess we know where all the money is around here, Ken. Yeah, I realize that. I corrected myself after I said that, Recon. I know she has to have one. She just didn't set it for public. Because I actually have a personal channel and I have Kimcast Art. But I moved everything from Kimcaster to Kimcast Art. But I still have the Kimcaster one too. Go to your settings, go up to your profile and click right click it and go to settings. There should be someplace in there you can set it for public. Actually, you don't right click it. You can with your phone it'll be different. Just click on your icon of where your picture would be, and it should drop down with some settings. Tell me he's broke because he's got 2 BMWs. Tell him to sell one. Or tell him to sell both BMWs and get a Volkswagen. I'm sure he'd have a few choice words for that. So, Trinity, are you having any luck at all finding anything, or are you going to end up having to stay there longer, or what? Trinity's been trying to find a place down here in Florida too, and move from Mississippi down to here. But she's been having an awful time trying to find a place too. Well, that's good. I guess that's it might work out better for you. Won't be such a big rush for you. So you're gonna finish school. So that means what? Finish your associate's degree? I thought you did that already. Yeah, get here while it's still warm. Wow. What kind of car you got? Was it made out of gold? Yeah, I'd definitely tell them what they could do with that. That's ridiculous. Oh, you gotta do some makeup work. Naughty girl. You'll get it done, I'm sure. I got faith in you. And then you gotta go for your bachelor's, and then your master's, then your doctorate. Then you'll be old, but you'll be able to make money then. Huh. I've been looking for a cough drop. There it is. Found them. Yeah, you got a lot of years to go, depending on how far you want to go up. If you want to get a doctorate or a master's or a bachelor's or what. I mean, you can do a lot just with a bachelor's. I'm sure you can get started with an associate's anyway. I'm pretty sure a Meridian down here will hire you with an associate's. A PhD? Yeah. Yeah, I guess you do have to create a channel. It's no big deal. I mean, you don't have to it's not a big deal at all to do it. It just changes things around a little bit, that's all. And then somebody can, subscribe to you and leave messages there and whatever. You can do, like, videos of whatever and post them. Alright, somebody left. Who left? Went down to 7. Velvet left? Huh. Oh, she probably lost connection. She'll be back. Yeah, that's what I just said. I figured she lost signal. Timmy's probably hogging out of the internet. She'll be back. She'll probably go in there and whoop him, open a can of whoop ass on him, and come back on. Wow. A lot of damage. All right, Jennifer. Have a good night. I know she did mention me last, but have a good night anyways. Sleep tight. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, we're coming up to 49 minutes anyway. Time is going by pretty quickly tonight. I tell her that all the time, Recon, and she always says the same thing. I'm so tired. All I can say is wait until Ezra starts walking, crawling, and getting into everything. She thinks she's tired now, and she watches him then. Gonna be a whole different ball game. Blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. By the time he's 5, Tim will have him out there teaching him how to weld parts together with a welder. Now, she's from Mississippi, but she wants to move back to Florida. She's from Florida originally. She was born here. You can't wait for them to be crawling around and getting into things. Yeah, we all say that until they get that age. Then you're wishing they couldn't walk or crawl anymore. Good night, Jennifer. Trinity, when you came on, did you see any ads? We should see 2 ads, actually. Huh. Wow. Yeah, you should have. You were raised in Chicago, huh, Ken? My son, the one that passed away, he used to live up in Gary, Indiana, which is like 20 miles from there. They're supposed to come on when you watch a live one too. Most of the other guys saw one tonight. I saw one too, but you're one of the exceptions. Ought to be some out there somewhere. I almost went to Wisconsin once. Not to live there, but I had a friend that lived there for a while. Gets pretty chilly there, though, from what I hear. Huh. I never really counted how many states I've been to. Quite a few. I've been to about, I think 17, maybe more. Nope, definitely more. Definitely more. About 21. In Canada. Been to quite a few places in Canada too. And when I was younger, I used to go to Canada fairly often for a while. That sounds good, Recon. You've been eating since you get on. Better slow down some. Well, I'm glad you got a place to stay anyway, Trinity. That's it makes me feel better. I was getting to be a bit concerned. Although I kind of thought you might end up having to move down with your mother, but I guess that was probably the last resort. Trinity, we need to get some of your friends on here, remember? That was the plan. Get a bunch of your friends on here. Where are they? Get them to watch some more videos. Leave comments and stuff. And the thumbs up. I'll even take up a thumbs down if you want to give them to me, whatever. You do too. You told me you had friends. You lie, lie, lie. Used to play all these sports and sports basketball and everything else, all these different sports things you used to do. You gotta have friends. Even if they're acquaintances, I don't care. I don't care if you go outside and hold a post sign up with my YouTube channel on it. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Get a poster or cardboard like the Work for Food sign ones and put down, go to this YouTube channel. Oh, I don't believe that for a second, Trinity. Oh my God. Well, that's good. I'm glad you share my link all the time. You're a foodie junkie and you can eat spaghetti with mashed potatoes. That just don't even sound right, Recon. That don't sound right at all. Although I don't know, Trinity would eat mashed potatoes and put ketchup in them, I'm sure. Good night, Ken. Have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you coming. We're getting ready to shut down here anyway, so it's been an hour. So a couple more minutes here, we'll probably be shutting down too. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming. Yeah, old Grandpa wasn't feeling too good last night, Trinity. I'll tell you that. I'm still not feeling all that great today either, but I got a funny feeling I have a bacterial infection. My oxygen level was really low last night. Even Nana got concerned. It was 76 most of the night, which is really low. I finally got up to 88, and I couldn't sleep in the bed because I was just choking too much. And ended up sitting in a recliner and slept for maybe 2 hours. That was about it last night. I did get a little bit of a nap today in the recliner for about an hour, but that's it. I was there not that long ago. I need to go again, I think, though, and have them check for a bacterial infection because I think I have one in my lungs or in my sinuses, one or the other. Probably in my lungs again. But I haven't really had the time to do that right at the moment. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm hoping I can get some sleep tonight, but I wouldn't bet money on it. But I'm hoping I will. Because I got kind of a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to look at that camper. It's up in Fort White, which is a bit of a drive off from here and stuff, and have to go to the bank and do some other errands. Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and shut it down. It's been an hour, been over an hour actually. So I think we'll go ahead and shut it down for the night. And I got to check on this guy's supposed to be sending me some information for me to, the directions and address and all that stuff and phone numbers for meeting them in the morning for the camper. So you all have a good night, Trinity. I love you, baby. And we'll see you tomorrow night, I hope. And Caitlin, love you too, sweetheart. Hopefully you'll be on tomorrow night too. I need more live hours for sure. So I hope you all come on. Recon, have a good night, buddy. I appreciate you coming as always. Recon's kind of my rock. He's usually the one that I always depend on being here. And like my right arm sometimes. He takes over for me when he needs to. Yeah, try to remember. I can always send you a message. I just don't want you to think I'm pestering you either, but I'll shoot you a message when I think of it and let you know. Velvet, thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming. I don't think Velvet's even here, but if you are, Velvet, have a good night too, and thanks for coming again. Excuse me. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy, and God bless. Good night, everyone.